Gosh. Woo.
If I had a halo, it would look like this. It would just be
Saggy.
drippy.
A saggy halo.
I'd be like, hey guys, just here doing my best. Just
Well, yours may be saggy, but mine would definitely be tarnished.
oh, good thing we're not angels.
Yeah. Good thing it's not dependent on us.
Right. Oh, also we don't get any halos, so
You don't know.
actually it doesn't say anywhere that we don't.
It doesn't say we do either. So, I mean,
You never
is
know.
that God liking it so he put a ring on it?
Yeah,
Like
obvi.
Saturn? Obvi.
I'm gonna have a couple halos.
Speaking of
Jupiter.
kindness,
Saturn.
Saturn.
Just like Saturn.
Whoo.
Speaking
Are you
of,
sure? This is speaking of kindness because we were talking about God.
oh, is
Today is World Kindness Day.
it really?
Yeah. What did you do that was kind today?
I donated blood.
Ooh, give a knife. Also, you brought me food for lunch, so that was nice.
I did.
Got to see you.
That's true.
Krispy Kreme was giving away free donuts.
Oh, I was like, I didn't go to Krispy Kreme.
He's like, don't say that about my
I
life.
was like, I thought about getting donuts and then I didn't.
We could have got some free donuts today.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because I didn't know till now.
That's fine. We tried to go to Krispy Kreme one night while we were waiting for our niece and nephew to come back from a
They
youth
shut
group
down
thing.
on us.
Yeah, we were waiting in line. We were not waiting in line. We were waiting in the parking lot because that's where we were supposed to pick them up. And so we're like, oh my gosh, let's get some donuts. And we had already been waiting there for a while before we decided to go get donuts.
We
And
pulled
we
in
were
and they
4
shut the
minutes
lights
late.
off.
They closed at 10:04 and we'd been sitting there for like 20 minutes and then decided like, let's get some while we're here. The kids would love to have that in the morning. We were 4 minutes late.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
That was
early.
not kind, Krispy Kreme. Maybe run it back there.
Run it back. Wind it up. Well, I mean, they are their hours.
It was.
And they did have quite a few people living in their parking lot.
They did. They also had
So-
quite a few people like pull up into the drive-through and be like, "Really, you're closed?" And then they decided to keep on driving. There
Yeah.
was like 5 or 6
For
people.
like a half hour after. They could have sold plenty of donuts.
Plenty of donuts.
Plenty of donuts.
Hopefully they were kind and took the donuts they had left over and just threw them at the people that were living.
Maybe not throw them. Like gently.
You know what I
hand
mean.
them. Yes, give them to the people who are living in the parking lot. I donated blood today.
Nice. So
I had a ton of ideas happen in my head, and then I just kind of, I was like, and then I kind of froze. I had too many windows open in my processing unit.
you were having sounds like the old modems. Bing bong, bing bong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also,
Also,
guess what happened?
okay. You want me to for real guess?
No.
Or you? Oh, okay. I was like, because I will guess.
No.
Oh.
Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Real spring chicken, right?
Yeah.
Young.
Did he just have a kid?
Super young. Well, he didn't have a kid. His wife had a kid.
Oh, he has a
Number
new baby.
6.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cute.
Yeah, but he's also like 60.
Okay, well, his wives are usually pretty young,
Also,
right? Like
his wives? I don't know. He has a wife.
a wife. I don't know. Here's the thing. Like, usually if it's the second one, they're really young, and that's why they have more kids, because the young wife wants babies.
But I
I
don't
don't
know
even
that
know
it's
if it's
a second one.
It might be like she's about to hit menopause, got super fertile, and then guess who's back? Yeah, it's a
But,
baby.
I mean, but he's not the only one recently that's like old and having kids. Because, like, was it like De Niro or one of those guys, Al Pacino, one of them,
Yeah.
just had a kid at like 80?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But his wife was, or the person that he had a child with was quite a bit younger than he was.
Either way, like, it just seems irresponsible. But
I mean, they have enough money for the kid to be taken care of and for the wife to get a new daddy.
yes, but it's not setting the kid up for success.
No, like you definitely aren't gonna.
You're not going to be there.
Right. So, like, financially, the child will be okay, but
Yeah, but emotionally,
you're not gonna have a
psychologically,
dad.
yeah, that's
A
not
little baby.
not a good thing. Old
He'll have
people.
a dad till he's 20, and then right when he really needs
That
his
means
dad.
that he's going to live till he's 100.
80.
No, he's 80 right.
No, he's 60 right now. You said he's 60.
Oh, yes, Gordon Ramsay, yes, is like 60.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about like Robert De Niro, who is already 80
Oh,
and just had a kid.
yeah.
So,
That poor baby.
yeah. Anyway, so that's crazy. I could only imagine. I mean, that's double our current age. Could you imagine having a kid now, let alone double our age?
Could I imagine it? Yes.
Really?
I would be so tired. We wanted a huge family. We wanted
we
6.
wanted a family, yes.
We wanted a family.
Yeah.
What you said?
Yeah.
We had a family.
Yes, but I'm just saying, yes, we
We
wanted
wanted-
multiple kids.
Yes, we wanted.
I don't know about 6. We probably could have got a few of them and been like, maybe let's hold back a little bit.
That's true. That is true. I mean, yeah. I mean, because every once in a while we're like,
we were not trying to compete with the Duggars at all.
6 is not competing with the Duggars.
No, but
they
you
had
know-
like 19 and counting.
But I'm just saying, like, we weren't trying to.
Repopulate the earth.
No.
But we really did want a bigger family. But I think, and every once in a while we're like, oh, okay, so if all the children had stuck, we would have Autumn, our oldest, and then we would have had 3 of our own, and then a miscarried adoption as well.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, like, I don't know. But on the other hand, like, if somebody were to, even if we had 4 kids and somebody say, we want you to raise our child, I would say, okay. Like,
Yeah. It would be a different of just like, oh, I want you to raise them. Well, is it? There would need to be a need, right?
right. Well, I mean, that's kind of what happened, though, with Joseph, was that
Yes,
she
there
was like,
a
I'm too young. I'm not ready to have a child. I'm not ready. Like, it was a
Yes.
whole thing. And then it was like, we want you guys to raise our kid. And we're like, great, we'll do it.
right.
And then he also miscarried. He's up there. Thing is, we've got a gaggle waiting in heaven. So it's going to be like probably the first time they see their mother run. When I'm running through the finish line on my way to heaven, I'll be like, hey, babies, check out your mom on Svelte.
Or you could be just like a glowing orb.
Check out my orb. Yeah, I don't know.
Nobody knows.
Who knows?
Nobody knows.
But, you know, if it is like a race and that's a finish line, I'll be
Right.
like, check me out.
Check me out.
Your mama's running. Hey.
Yeah, no, I mean, yes, there are times still where I'm like, oh, it would be nice to have, more. But then there's also the thing of like, not right now. That would be so crazy.
Yeah. I think eventually I want to foster teenagers or at least be respite
Yeah.
for foster.
We've got nieces and nephews right now that we can be respite for.
Yeah. We
Um,
love them.
and I think it would be cool to do some more international exchange student stuff.
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's
because we
true.
did the whole Basque thing
Yeah.
where they come over for a summer, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a really cool dude come hang out with us for the summer,
Yeah.
which was fun. So I think that would be, because me personally, not so much in love with little kids and that whole process,
What?
but olders,
Oh, you're more comfortable with older kids. That's what
yes.
you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of gets kind of, if it's a baby, he's like, what do I do with it?
Well,
And then, like, for a second, the first couple times he held the baby around me, he was just like, and I was like, hold it. And he's like, okay, I don't want to crush it. But then with
I
all
think
the
it's,
nieces and nephews, he was like, okay,
well, yes,
I'm your Uncle
but
Chris.
I'm just saying, like, sports stuff, hanging out, doing things.
Yeah, there's a difference between, like, entertaining a toddler and
Yes.
being active with, like, even from 4 years.
Right.
Like, there's just a more communication that happens.
Uh-huh.
There's more. I think that's like a lot of men. My dad's a similar way. Like, he loves children, but his favorite is like the age that our niece and nephew Axel and Summer are. Like
Mhm.
the 5, 2, like that was his favorite when, you know. But I think if every phase is his
Yeah,
he loves.
but I'm not saying like even toddler. I'm talking older.
You like the preteens. And the
Yes,
teens.
I like it. So I like it when you can playfully like talk back and stuff, and
Talk smack. You like to smack talk.
yes, and just
Respectfully.
be goofy
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
say the shocking thing, but not like traumatize the kid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Speaking of which, Autumn needs to watch Renfield because of that. How we talked about ripping her arms off and beating her with her bloody stumps. Just
When
like the shock value, just to get her like, wait a minute, what?
when Autumn was young. It sounds so like gory.
Well,
Anywho, so when Autumn was young, if she was like throwing a temper fit, if she were like sassing, if she were like screaming, if she were, if she were just being like that kid, I'd be like, you better knock it off. I'm gonna rip your arms off and beat you with your stumps. And then as she got older, where it was like, I'm gonna pull your arms out, and then it was like, I'm gonna pull your arms out and beat you with your stumps, and she would just laugh and laugh, and it would pull her out of like whatever funk she was in. And then as she got older, it was like, I'm gonna beat you with your bloody stumps. And we were with his sister and brother who are around her age. They're like, oh, are they serious? And she's like, no, they're not serious. They're just joking. They just want you to stop yelling at each other.
but anyway, now there's a movie out called Renfield, which is about the caretaker to Dracula,
Yeah.
who gets in a fight scene that very much rips the guy's arms off and then beats him with the bloody stump. So
I was like, that is so good.
Definitely gotta watch that.
I was like, that
It
is
was
a very
funny.
visual.
It was a very gory movie, but it was a very good movie.
It was funny. But anyway. I was like, oh.
But
Yeah.
that now you have a visual.
Yes. Now I have a visual. Speaking of Kindness Day, what did you do for Kindness Day?
I went to work.
Okay, that's not kindness. Like that's every day.
I don't know. I acted kind to people.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to work on it. You're gonna have to do something tonight then, I guess.
Oh. Hanging out with your parents. That's being kind.
Okay, we do that every Monday. I mean, you could always be nice to me and give me a massage.
Here you
Oh
go.
my gosh,
How
that's
you like it?
so wonderful.
Oh, yes.
Relaxing. Let me drool. Thank you for being kind. Oh.
But, yeah, just so crazy. Kids late in life.
Yes.
So crazy.
Yeah. I mean, kids are a blessing, obviously. And our life would be very different had we had all of our kids.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I don't know that we would have the place that we have.
I don't know.
We'd have something. I don't know what it would be. But
Yeah. But I mean, on the other hand, like we don't know what life. I mean, we would still have kids in middle school.
oh, yeah.
So yeah, we would still have kids.
Middle school or even grade school.
Nah. Middle school.
Mm,
It'll be our last one. But yeah. But then this is the only life that we know. So at this point, like we would have been happy having our house full of kids.
Yeah.
But we filled our time with other stuff. We took trips and
we poured into other kids.
did youth group and
Youth group and 5th and 6th grade teaching and all that fun jazz. So, I mean, we did pour into kids. We just didn't. We had other people's kids, and then we got to send them home when they got a little crazy.
OPP, yeah, you know me.
So,
Other people's
problems?
other
Wow, that's hurtful to say about kids.
no, what is it? Other people's
I don't know. We probably shouldn't quote it. I'm sure it's not edifying. Knowing the
other
era that
people's
it.
parents, other people's
Hey,
people.
I'm telling you.
Oh, it's probably inappropriate.
Yes.
Just kidding, I didn't sing that song, just in case.
Just knowing the era it came from and the group it came from. Yeah.
Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Reverse. Cut that out. In your mind. Just pretend that was cut out. That never happened.
Oh no! What?
I don't know. I had a thought and it flushed down the toilet.
Flush down the toilet. Here's a topic.
Oh, a topic?
So, say you have a friend group,
Okay.
and one friend has got beef with another friend,
Okay.
but yet it's not a spoken beef, but you know the beef.
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. You got a friend group.
So,
One of your people has a. I'm trying to, like, in my head, think of what it would be like in my friend group.
it doesn't have to be your specific friend group. Like, you don't have to put names to it.
I was just trying to experience what it would be like for your hypothetical situation.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, look at this little ghost in its purple hair flowing in the wind. So cute. I have a friend group.
Back to the subject.
Yeah, I have a friend group. And one's
Okay.
got beef.
One's got beef with
And I
another
know
one.
there's beef.
And you know there's beef.
Okay.
But yet the other person doesn't know. And it's going to wreck the relationship between the two. What do you do?
Wait, there's like no coming back from it?
Probably not.
Do we have a hypothetical like what the beef is?
Ending
It's gonna
relationship
wreck
beef.
The relationship.
Ending relationship beef.
Did I find it out?
Like roasted beef burnt.
Did I find out by happenstance or did one friend tell me?
Let's say one party told you.
So one friend said,
and the other friend is
I
completely
did this thing. Oh no,
in the
got
dark about,
beef.
and the other
So
friend's completely in the dark about
okay,
it.
so one friend is upset with the other friend, not that the other friend,
Mm-hmm.
not that the other friend is did something. The one that told me didn't do something to the one that's in the dark. The one that told me is mad at the other one,
Yes.
which means that probably the other one did something.
Could have done something that was either bad or at least was perceived by the other person as being bad.
What would I do?
So, would you try to talk about to the friend that has the beef to see a different way?
I mean, obviously, I would talk to
No,
the friend that has beef,
well,
and I
just see a
would,
different way, or
yeah.
would you go to the one that's in the dark, say, "Hey, this is what's going on. You better fix it."
No, I don't think that I would go to that person first. I think if one person came to me and was like, I am so angry, da da da, da, this is what happened, I'd be like, okay, okay, I believe you 100%. What else could be happening? What could be motivation behind it? What could, like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
not just come at it from different ways and be like, okay, what about this? Um and like, so before we like blow up, before we like blow up a friend group over it, like let's look at the alternatives of what might have been happening. So that you've got that in your mind instead of like coming off just heated. And then you need to go talk to that person.
Okay.
And would you like somebody to go with you?
Now that friend refuses because it's such a thing that they refuse to go talk. The only way that anything's going to be out in the air if you say something to the other friend.
I still don't think that I would say something to the other friend. I think that I would go to that the first friend. I would get them in the same room together. And I'd be like, she has something she needs to talk to you about. I would bring them together and force them to talk. It's not my business
Right.
to go and like solve everyone's problems.
Right.
I think in the past I don't know. No, I don't know. So I do have like a huge thing with making sure that everybody's happy and solving people's problems and taking care of everyone.
But
But
also non-confrontational.
yes, I'm also super non-confrontational. And
Unless you
so
feel somebody else has been slighted. And then it's like gloves
yes,
come off and you're like losing your head sometimes.
that is accurate. um but I was taught by my mom that if someone comes to you and says, "Oh, this person did this person did this thing, whatever it was," to reserve judgment. Don't just because someone said something to me, don't judge them based on
Right.
like don't be executioner and jury. Like don't do all that on someone else's behalf. Come to your own conclusions.
Right. Don't jump on the bandwagon. That's the one thing
Yeah.
I've always had. Like, if somebody's always been like, this person's a liar, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know. Guy's never been dishonest with me,
Right.
you know? So,
It's like when it's time to have a conversation, then let's have a conversation. But I'm not going to hate them because you do.
and that doesn't mean that you're not believing the other person or championing for them,
Right.
but you're also not going to judge the third person
Without
because,
hearing for myself, like exactly.
right.
Yeah. Because I understand, like, emotions happen and things, you know, sometimes they're taken out of context and whatnot. But I think on certain things. On certain things. You know, but for the most part, if someone says, "Oh, I don't like this person because they did that," and I'm like, "Okay, well, I reserve judgment for myself."
Right. Right.
I guess I'm not a good like ride or die. Cause,
You are.
Cause I know some people are like, if we're best friends, um, then then you don't like who I don't like, and if I start liking them again, well, then we like them again. It's a we thing. And I'm like, I don't.
Well, it sounds like the other person wants somebody that's like in a cult. Like that.
I don't know. I've never experienced that, but I have heard people talking like that. And so that's
Yeah.
just interesting to me. I'm like, I'll do whatever it takes to help the people that I love and the people that I don't know yet. Like, I'll do whatever I can to help, but I still reserve
Right.
to have my own feelings about it. Regardless, even I will help you and still like know that what you're doing is wrong. Like, I will,
What do you mean by that?
like, if someone is,
Burying bodies?
yeah,
Is that what you're talking about?
yeah. I was told Autumn when she was growing up, and I'm like, I had an issue with lying when I was younger, and so I was like really hard on lying because I didn't want that. I mean, it can really mess you up,
Yes, it can.
and I would just tell her, I'm like, babe, just tell me the truth. Like, did you murder someone? Because if you lie to me, you're on your own. But if you need me to help you hide a body, you got to be honest.
Yeah,
You got to be honest.
for sure.
How am I going to help you if you don't tell me the truth? That's it.
But
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think really if someone can, like, let's say in my head, this is like worst case scenario. Friend A cheats, or friend B's husband sleeps with friend A.
Okay.
Right? So like friend A doesn't know that friend B knows.
Yeah.
Friend B finds out. And she's like, "Can you believe what she did? I hate her. This is going to like ultimate betrayal
Right.
between like friends." I'd be like, cool. You need a doctor.
Right.
Friend A, you need to talk to friend A. Friend B, talk to friend A. And she's like, "I'm not talking to her about it. I'm just going to stop talking to her in general." I'm like, no, that's going to ruin the whole thing. Like, you can't just be around her and then just be sniping. Like, that's not okay. Like, you need to just deal with the situation. And
And at that point, I mean, honestly, it would be a removal anyway for a while before reconciliation could happen
right. Yeah. So, I mean,
in that situation.
I would just be like, "You need to talk to her." "I'm not talking to her." "Okay, well." I'd be like, "Hey, I need you to come to my house." And then friend A would probably be really upset that, "Oh my gosh, what is it? What is it when you surprise somebody?"
Ambush?
"Yeah, you ambushed me." And I'd be like, "You did more than that, so simmer down." And then, "Oh, I can't believe you ambushed me to talk to her." And I'd be like, "Well, you've got some issues that you need to talk about, and you came to me. So apparently you want my form of assistance. So
Yeah.
it's time for you to have a conversation. I'm going to be in the other room. Before anybody dies, please let me put plastic out, or do it in the bathroom where it's easier to clean. And yeah. Do you want me to order pizza?" I think is what I would do.
Yeah.
What about you?
It's hard. I would definitely encourage the one that knows things to go and confront the other person. But on the other hand, also it would be hard for me not to go to the other person and say, "You know what? This person has hard feelings and you guys need to work it out."
Yeah, but that's not your job.
Not my job, no.
But I mean,
But in caring for both, and I'm not taking it to the situation of like cheating.
yeah, but I can't think of anything else that would like fully demolish a friend group. You know, like,
Depends on the person. It like depending on the friend group, right? It could just be lying about something. It
yeah, but what is somebody going to lie about that's going to completely tear apart the friend group?
I don't know.
Stealing money from someone?
It could be. It could be a stealing money situation, and depending on how the friend people in the friend group view money,
Yeah,
like
no, I mean,
that
I get
could
like that's a big one too.
right.
I'm just saying, like, that's
Or
like even
stealing of something. It doesn't even necessarily need to be money, and it could be something insignificant as like, let's say, a cell phone charger, but the other person views their things in such a regard that that's going to demolish.
at that point I would be like, just talk to them. It's a phone charger. Like, I understand, or whatever it is. I think my initial thing would be, you need to talk to them. This is your thing. I can come with you if you want.
Right. But my other thing also, if it is like a phone charger, I would want to go to the other person and say, bro, you probably just accidentally, like, say they stayed the night at the person's place. Maybe you accidentally grabbed it. Go give it back and say, dude, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because it's something as that silly, like, go figure it out. Like, I would go to the other person. Like, if there's an easy remedy,
I think I was still like, if person B didn't want to talk to person A about it, they're like, no, it'll just be fine. I'll get over it. And I'd be like, okay. I'd both invite them both over and be like, go ahead. Well, I don't know. It was big enough for you to come to me. So go ahead. Like,
yeah,
you feel like it's going to ruin something. You guys being like, you being bitter at somebody and the other person not knowing it's an issue is going to ruin it too. Get it out in the open. Because if you're not going to say something, then you are lying and you're making it worse. Get it out in the open. You either let it go
yeah,
or you deal with the situation. But that root of bitterness is going to get bigger and it's going to turn into a tree and it's going to split you in half and it's going to ruin everything. And the volcano is going to Pompeii your whole family group, your whole
Yeah.
friend group.
I don't know. I just think there's also a way of, like, say, phone charger thing. Let's not go like super crazy.
Sure, phone charge.
And it could be like, hey man, so and so says he's missing this. Did you happen to like accidentally grab it when you were over there? You know, maybe talk to him about it, something.
I would just put it in the group chat.
You group chat. I don't group chat.
I would just be like,
I also
Girls.
am a fan of talking to somebody face to face, not text.
yeah, but if you go straight to one person, you're like, hey, so someone's missing this. Do you have it? Did you accidentally? It's just easier to group chat and be like, hey, we all hung out and let's just make sure that we all have like our chargers and stuff, like, or whatever. Like, just make it
That's the
super
difference-
cash.
That's the difference between our personalities, I think.
I think that it needs to be just less of a big deal then. Also, I don't think a phone charger is going to ruin a friend group.
No, I don't think so either, but I think there are things that could easily be remedied or just talked out.
Mm.
And if one is refusing to talk to the other, sometimes you have to intermediate as an ambassador and say, go talk to them.
I think I would still just bring them together. And if one person was just like, I'm not saying anything, then I'd be like, person A, person B wants to talk to you about something. Do you have any idea of what that might be?
So you want to stir the pot and walk away.
No. I want it to, like, everything come to light.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't just walk away. I'd be like, do you know what it is? Because then, and then just be like, all right, guys, bye. I think I'd be like, she suspects, she has found some evidence of something that has been going on or that happened. And is it true? You guys, if it is, then you guys need to have a conversation. And then I would walk away. Like, I would bring them to the table and I would lay the meal on the table if necessary, but I cannot force them to eat. I would not shove a sandwich down someone's throat and be like, you cheated with her husband. Talk about it.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I would just bring them together, though. I wouldn't go behind friend B's back to friend A.
Oh, and I wouldn't go
and
behind
say,
back either.
And say, like, hey, she thinks you cheated on her husband. You had sex with her husband. Like, I wouldn't say that. I would just be like, I need you to come meet me at my house. I need you to come meet me at my house. I'd be like, talk. I'd be like, I'm not talking. I'm like, okay. Something happened that she thinks that she has proof of, that she feels that she has proof of. I am not a part of this, but you guys need to figure it out. If it is true, then you guys need to figure it out.
Okay. I'm not saying that I would go behind the other person's back. I would point blank tell them, you need to go get with them and figure this out.
If they're like, no.
And if you don't,
then
it is my duty to let the other person know, hey, you've got bad feelings. You guys need to sort out whatever is going on.
See, I would just have them both there at the same time and be like, feelings are happening.
Yeah, but you need to I feel that there needs to be room to let both of them also act like a good human.
Yeah.
And seek the other one out and figure it out.
Well, that would be last resort, like bringing them to them. I'm not going to go to them, though.
But
I think.
But I would also want to give person B the opportunity to go and say, oh, I don't know what I did. Let me figure out what's going on or why they wouldn't talk to me about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then if they both act like children about it, well, then maybe it was doomed to fail anyway. But at least...
if we're talking about, like, a charger.
Right.
Or something simple like that, like accidental something.
Mm-hmm. Accidental something.
Because if it's purposeful, it's already doomed to fail because of potential.
Or
because, like,
or if it was a lie of not knowing, because I've known of people
a lie of not,
like in relationships, like there was something that happened, but another person didn't know said thing happened, so they said it didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other person in the situation felt that the person that didn't know the thing happened lied to them, and they had to have known about it.
They'd be like, oh, they knew it was happening, and she's saying it didn't happen.
Right.
At that point, I would get on a message between the two of them, and I'd be like, here's the situation. That's it.
Right.
Like, I would just,
but
if it's something like that, I would still essentially bring them both to the table.
Yes. And I think that would be the ultimate goal, to bring them all to the table.
Mm-hmm.
But I would want to give the opportunity for both to try to get the other to the table first, to try to remove myself as much out of it for them to get it together.
So you would tell the other person, like, you either tell them or I'm going to tell them.
Mm-hmm. Or at least let them know that you've got beef, so therefore you guys need to get together and work it out.
Right, but if they're like, no, I'm not going to say anything, you would go straight to the other person, or you would say, okay, well, if you're not going to tell them, then I'm going to do it and I'm going to force the situation.
I'm going to force them to talk to you. I'm not going to force this. I'm not going to I'm not going to delve into details.
Okay, so you wouldn't just go to the other person and be like, hey, I think they've got beef with you. You need to figure it out. You would tell person B, like, hey, I'm going to talk to them.
Yes.
To have them come talk to you.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Okay.
So I'm going to tell them to come talk to you because I feel that there's something there that is off and that they need to work something out.
I thought you were just going to be like, okay.
No, I'm not just gonna put whatever business on blast. That's on them to figure out and to work out and to.
No, I thought you were saying like person B says, person A did this. And you're like, well, go talk to them. I'm not going to. And you're like, person A, person B needs to talk to you. They think, you need to figure stuff out. But then person B is like, how could you? I told you in confidence. You're saying, no, I told you I was going to go tell them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can see that.
I
You're still bringing them to the table. You're just not doing it okay.
I'm not doing an ambush style. Like, I'll fully, like, let them know, like, no, you need to work this out. And.
Yeah.
So. Well, hopefully you learned something from that about us and maybe a different tactic.
How would you deal with it?
Yeah, how would you deal with it? Because other people would just be like, no, I'm not going to get involved at all.
Yeah. Which might be the right answer too.
That could be the right answer. I kind of think it all depends on the friend group.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
As well. Right? And the people that are involved. But we, as the two of us, always try to work towards people being reconciled.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be.
Yeah.
As long as there's no physical or emotional, abuse.
Correct.
So.
Correct.
And even that can be reconciled, but it needs to be with professionals and something outside of what we have the capability of doing.
Yeah.
So.
I think depending on the abuse.
Right.
But I think even your emotions can be reconciled to that person. Not necessarily you can forgive that person while still maintaining the boundaries of never having them in your life again.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But yeah, definitely with professional help.
Yes.
To get to that point if you've been injured in that way.
Yeah. So let us know how you would deal with it.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about Krispy Kreme's kindness or lack of kindness. It's shutting the door on us.
They didn't. They were actually closed and we got there late.
Details.
You just...
Details. Also, what would you do if you had a kid at 60? Let us know what you think about that.
Kid at 60. Kids are blessings, always. But I would definitely be tired.
Yeah. Would be sleepy. So let us know in the comments. Like the video. Subscribe. All the fun stuff.
When you subscribe, does it automatically hit the bell thing?
I don't know. Maybe. How about you try it? How about you try hitting the bell? How about you try hitting the bell so you get notified
and then let us know
when we do
how
things.
It works.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know how it works. So we will talk to you later. Bye.
Goodbye.